You've seen all the videos about living in paradise for under $1,000 per month, even as low as under $500 per month. Skeptical? You should be. Some expenses are likely being overlooked in these budgets. Want to see what a more realistic, comprehensive travel budget looks like? Want to see how monthly budget surpluses can yield huge savings accounts? Watch to the end to find out how. Welcome to the Outback Retirement Channel. Glad to have you with us. Here at Outback Retirement, we know firsthand that long-term travel takes planning, commitment, and even a leap of faith. If your plans include a nomadic lifestyle of endless travel and you want to learn more, you are in the right place. So let's get started. Nothing would be worse than coming home from what was supposed to be a permanent vacation in paradise after only a few months of travel because you underestimated expenses. That cheap paradise turned into an expensive nightmare because you failed to monitor your budget. Instead, you decided to pay for excess expenses by withdrawing all your savings and using credit cards. Everyone has financial limitations. Not monitoring your budget to ensure you are sustainably living within your means is the first step towards bankruptcy. Since no one wants this, then monitoring your budget is your only option. Monitoring a budget consists of monitoring monthly expenses compared to monthly income to ensure the former does not exceed the latter. Otherwise, you have what is called a monthly deficit because you're not living within your means. A monthly deficit means you have expenses that total more than your income. To correct this, you must rebalance your budget by increasing monthly income, decreasing monthly expenses, or both, in order to have a monthly surplus. A monthly surplus means your expense total is less than your income. It also means you are building your savings account each month. Beginning to see the benefits of monitoring your budget? The great thing about a budget is you don't need to be a Wall Street economical genius to use one. You only need the most basic addition and subtraction mathematical skills. If you've never written out a budget before, it's quite easy. You first need to figure out what your total monthly income is by adding up all your income sources, regardless of if income is received daily, weekly, bi-weekly, monthly, yearly, or otherwise. It must be converted into a monthly amount. For most of us, they include income from sources such as wages, self-employment, Social Security, pension, interest, or dividends. Next, you must figure all expenses that are to be subtracted each month from your total monthly income. Expenses must be converted into monthly amounts also. A common mistake is underestimating fluctuating expenses. Be conservative when estimating fluctuating expenses. In other words, estimate an amount that is sure to be higher than the actual amount. Groceries are usually fluctuating expenses. You don't usually spend the exact same amount each month on groceries, but you can save grocery receipts and calculate an average monthly grocery amount based on past actual monthly grocery spending. For example, if your average grocery bill per month over the last 6 months was $607 per month, rounding that up to $650 would give you a $43 per month cushion. For months, you may spend more than average. Don't forget expenses like that $49.99 yearly GoPro subscription. Needs to be broken down as a $4.17 monthly expense. Same with personal property taxes, estimated tax payments, car insurance, annual credit card fees. Don't forget that iCloud bill, Microsoft 365 bill, or Spotify bill either. An excellent way to make sure you don't miss including expenses like these in your monthly budget is to regularly review your credit card statements and your checking card statement expenses. See how easy it would be to miss including these expenses in your monthly budget? Imagine you bought a $3,500 round-trip flight for two, and that expense was not accounted for in your budget. Yes, that's right. You must have a transportation item expense in your monthly budget for flights, cab rides, Grab, Uber, and scooter rentals. Getting the hang of it? Though calculating a real comprehensive travel budget takes time, thought, and research, it's well worth the effort just for the stress-reducing factor alone and knowing you'll never overspend again. Better yet, you'll actually have an ever-growing savings fund. Here's how. Below, you'll find a fictional yet realistic comprehensive travel budget for the average retired couple. The intent is for you to use it as a guide to get you thinking about how to put together your own budget by calculating your monthly income and estimating your monthly expenses. Remember, regardless of your total income, the objective is to have a monthly surplus each and every month. When you have a monthly surplus, you have savings, and savings can actually earn you even more income. This is where things could start to get exciting for you. You'll notice there is a 21.4% monthly surplus of $1,029.43 left over after paying expenses. This should be viewed as a cushion to prevent accidental negative balances at the end of each month due to overspending or underestimating expenses. Surpluses that carry over from month to month will eventually accumulate into a large amount of money. Congratulations, you now have savings. Financial experts suggest everyone should have an emergency fund that equals at least 3 months' income. Using the above budget, that would equal $15,000 saved in 15 months. However, savings left in your checking account are usually earning little to no interest. Usually, emergency funds are moved into a savings account earning higher interest rates, and savings above and beyond your emergency fund should be viewed as capital. With capital, you should consider transferring every dollar above and beyond your emergency fund to an investment account that pays out even higher interest, dividend income, and or grows in market value. You can see, monitoring and readjusting your budget to ensure you never spend more each month than your total monthly income protects your capital. That's very important because capital can also generate additional income. We are calling capital extra cash or assets with cash value above and beyond your emergency fund, such as retirement accounts, real estate, and other investments. Why protect your capital? Because it generates income. If you don't protect capital, you lose the income it generates. Here's what happens when you don't protect your capital. Occasionally you'll read articles saying you need at least $500,000 or other amounts in savings before you can comfortably retire. They say it will last you 20 years if you spend $25,000 per year. That's insane. Suppose you live longer than 20 years. Now you're broke because you spent all of your capital, and if you have no other income source, such as Social Security, what do you live off of? Would you rather have $25,000 per year for 20 years or $25,000 per year for the rest of your life? Obviously, it's $25,000 per year for life. Here's how that is possible by way of protecting that same $500,000 of capital. You could transfer that $500,000 of capital from a lower interest paying checking or savings account into a brokerage core account currently earning about 5% interest with virtually no risk of ever losing value of capital. A core account is an account that holds uninvested cash. At that interest rate and never withdrawing any capital, you'd earn $25,000 per year for life. It's possible to earn even more if you can stomach the risk of roller coaster ups and downs of your capital value and income generated due to market fluctuations. You could do that by transferring the capital from the core account to purchase into broad stock index funds that historically yield an average payout of about 10% per year. That $500,000 then works for you every year on average, earning you $50,000 per year in income before taxes for life. That equals over $4,000 per month in additional income. Suddenly, paradise is looking more affordable. You could withdraw any percentage of those earnings each month to supplement your income and/or reinvest any percentage of those earnings each month to allow the capital to continue to grow. If your capital increases, so does your income it produces. You can also let family or loved ones inherit the capital, and they may benefit from income it generates also. This is known as generational wealth that is sometimes passed on to all future generations forever. If you desire to protect and ensure no future generation touches the capital, there are ways to legally prevent that to ensure endless income streams to all future generations. They are referred to as long-term trusts, or, in other words, dynasty trusts. All of this is possible for you just by actively monitoring and rebalancing your budget as needed. Now, armed with all this comprehensive travel budget knowledge, you are better prepared to calculate if paradise for under $1,000 per month is a possibility for you. If not, surely there is a paradise somewhere that will fit nicely within your budget. So happy, stress-free travels. If you found value in this video, please hit like. If you want to ensure you do not miss future videos, please hit subscribe. If you know others who might be interested in this type of content, please hit share. Thank you for watching. Hope you'll join us again.